SCP-078 Object Class Euclid Special Containment Procedures SCP-078 is to be left hanging on the wall of the containment cell and physically unplugged. The sole outlet of the room should be controlled by a switch, which must be left to the off position at all times unless SCP-078 is undergoing testing. Personnel who enter the containment room should familiarize themselves with the position of the switch so that they can locate it with their eyes closed in the event of SCP-078 is accidentally turned on. Description: SCP-078 is a pink neon sign approximately 1.5 meters long and displays the phrase, "Too late to die young." It was initially recovered from the town of Redacted after standard Foundation data mining protocols recorded an abnormal high death rate to starvation and other forms of self-neglect. While powered off, SCP-078 has no abnormal properties and may be observed without effect. Viewing SCP-078 for less than 10 seconds, while it is powered on, has no effect, nor does indirect observation. Subjects who cannot understand SCP-078 due to the lack of ability to comprehend written English are also unaffected. However, any subject that views SCP-078 for longer than 10 seconds will, when viewing any handwritten piece of paper, occasionally receive extra sentences. These sentences are not written in the subject's own style or that of the surrounding text, but consist of a random style that differs from the note to note. See Addendum 078-1. And always phrased by the usage of the subject's guilt in some matter or decision they feel guilty about. For example, a D-class personnel who was convicted of murdering his wife in a heated argument read the sentence, "She deserved it for not doing what you said," in his handwritten journal, while Dr. Redacted, who left his family to work for the Foundation, was accidentally exposed, found the sentence, "Your work will save humanity," in his notes on SCP Redacted. The first of the effects is beneficial, with affected subjects reporting greater peace of mind after exposure to SCP-078. However, the sentence shifts from emphasizing the positive consequences of actions to de-emphasizing the negative ones on a scale of 1 week. Dr. Redacted 2 weeks later found the sentence, "They never loved you anyway," in his personal journal. Moreover, the writing will start giving justifications for acts subjects has never felt guilt over, which the subject has already rationalized. Subject will then start reconsidering his justifications of those actions, as well as attempting to justify any further actions that they take. The need for rationalizations increases as time goes on, and they'll start vocalizing their thoughts processes by the end of 1 week. Any task the subject performs more trivial than the basics of survival will reduce the bout of neurosis, and the subject attempts to rationalize why they did not take some other action. By the end of 2 weeks, subjects are unable to eat food. After the first bite, they will spend the next hour justifying why they ate that specific part of the meal first. Death due to malnutrition follows unless the subject is fed intravenously. D-class personnel who have reached the state, as well as blank or redacted researchers who were accidentally exposed, are kept alive for purposes of study and see if a cure can be found. The sole exception of SCP-078's effects is SCP-078 itself. Any subject who views SCP-078 a second time will see it displaying increasingly more guilty-inducing messages as duration since their first exposure increases. All subjects who viewed it in a week after initial exposure has attempted suicide. Addendum 1. D19384, whose handwriting is an unusual mix of cursive and print, was exposed to SCP-078 and was terminated after reaching the consequence-free stage. Subsequently, other subjects have reported seeing sentences on the same cursive print mix. It is possible that those who die after being exposed to SCP-078 are incorporated into it in some way.